in the house. Yeah, your boy is back in the house in New York City. I got Little Red Riding Hood sitting right in front of me. I got my man Wendy. He's right in front of me. The Black Widow is sitting right next to me. And it's straight off a phenomenal, fantastic night of NBA basketball. I saw that damn Steph Curry walk into the Garden. I understand if my Knicks lost, but damn it, if it's the Steph Curry, I can forgive it. I saw a brother drop 50,000 points on his career. The King James. Is that enough celebration for the NBA? I would think so. First takes and a halves. Holla at your boy! Woo!
LeBron James, who is 1 point away from a milestone.
1 point away from 50,000.
Come on. LeBron, open three.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K.
22 seasons, 40 years of age. LeBron James, 50,002 points.
All right, we might all have been at the Garden, but the major story was at crypto. Monica McNutt, Brian Windhorst, Stephen A. I'm Lori Karam. Hello, everybody.
Did you miss me?
Did
you miss me?
We did.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I mean, listen, damn it. Lie. It's okay. It's all right. Lie. Eminem, gotta say you missed me. That's okay. We can do that.
A lot of NBA to break down. Let's get it, guys. Wendy, great to see you in person. Special treat for me. The Lakers' 40-year-old superstar LeBron James became the NBA's first 50,000-point man Tuesday night. James came into the Lakers game against the New Orleans Pelicans, needing a point to reach that mark. He reached the milestone on his first shot. LeBron and Luka combined for 64 points in the win over the Pelicans. Here they are after the game, reacting to 50K.
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. And I'm super blessed to be able to, put that many points up in the best league in the world with the best players in the world over my career. So it's pretty special.
It's amazing. Watching him do this stuff at this age, it's just unbelievable. Like 50K points. I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K. You never know.
All right, a humble LeBron James and an inspired Luka. Stephen A., your reaction to LeBron James putting up 50K?
Well, it's a phenomenal feat. It's never been done. The man is absolutely sensational. He's on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. I saw Wendy talking on Get Up this morning, and I've decided that, on this particular morning, I'm going to make some news. I know, and we all know, I'm putting nobody ahead of Michael Jordan. Nobody, okay? And I stand on it.
Come on, listen to this.
Because my definition of the GOAT is you at your best against anybody else at their best. What did it equal? But in listening to Brian Windhorst bringing up this nugget, there's nobody who has been as good for as long, meaning longevity, a sustained level of pristine excellence. LeBron James is the GOAT in that category. I don't think LeBron's best eclipses Michael Jordan's best.
I need you to define what you're saying by that.
LeBron, in other words, what Wendy said, nobody has been this good for this long. And I'm saying to you, because that's the reality, I feel the way that I feel that Jordan at his best is the greatest that I've ever seen. But Jordan wasn't that good for that long. Not this period. This is 22 years. LeBron James wins Player of the Month in 2005, and 20 years later, he wins Player of the Month. I mean, the brother's averaging 29, 10, and 7. They shoot 40-something% from the field, from three-point range, rather. 55% from the field. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to sit up here today, although he annoyed the living hell out of me last week with all of that nonsense he was talking. In the end, the greatness that he has put on display for as long as he has put on display, I'll even go a step further, knowing how I feel about Jordan, and I think anybody that knows basketball agrees with me. I actually think it's time to not even have the debate anymore. Because that's how great LeBron James has been for as long as he has been that great. I can stand down and acknowledge that because this is absolutely phenomenal. But it's not the 50,000 points. It's not even the way he's looked last night. It's not even the way he's looked this month. It's the fact that I'm watching this brother with Anthony Davis, without Anthony Davis, with Luka, without Luka. I mean, this dude right here, and I'm looking at a guy at 40 years of age who's in better shape than 98% of the league, if not more. At age 40 in his 22nd season. LeBron James, especially on a morning like this, deserves all the props in the world, and I'm going to give it to him.
So when I watched The Last Dance, which we all did, incredible piece of art, there's this scene where Michael Jordan is laying in a hotel. Mm-hmm. He's laying on a couch in a hotel, and he's basically telling the the cameraman, I'm retiring after this year because I can't take this. I am mentally and physically wiped. I just can't do it anymore. And that's what happened. He won the title, the 6th title in 8 years, and he did retire again. He came back a few years later with the Wizards, but he did retire. And that was the moment when I watched that, when I understood where LeBron's path and Jordan's path are different. Because while I can't compare what Jordan dealt with, especially with the loss of his father in the middle of his career, with what LeBron has dealt with, what LeBron gets knocked for is that he's had these 6 losses in the finals. They say, well, Jordan was 6-0, LeBron is 4-6.
Correct.
But LeBron has always picked himself back up, kept going, repeatedly rebuilt this team, picked it back up. If this team that the Lakers have right now makes to the finals, and I'm not favoring that, but I'm telling you that every day that goes by, it becomes a little bit more of a possibility.
Without question, undeniable.
That would be a 5th different iteration of a team that LeBron would take to the finals. Because you got the first time in Cleveland, you got the Heat, you got the second time in Cleveland, you got the Lakers, and this would be the 5th different iteration. Can you imagine taking 5 different teams when they were nothing? I mean, the Heat had something going. They had Dwayne Wade, but they were not a serious contender. Would he be able to do that? And that is his case. That is his case. His case is not that he was better than Jordan at their peak. Because I don't think that's an argument.
It isn't. No, it isn't.
And if that's the argument that people want to have, the argument is the breadth of it.
Right.
And that was true 3-4 years ago. But it's really getting made now in year 22.
Ooh. I mean, I'm so glad that we're doing this because I think in sport, anytime someone is excellent and sustains it for a long time, we have the propensity to be like, oh, that's what he does. That's what LeBron does. And so I think the 50,000 number gives us a chance to really stop and take a step back. Now, it is only then supported by the fact that this team is now sitting in the 2nd place in the Western Conference. But when I think of this, I immediately am like, who is going to do that again? Even with all of the technology and guys taking care of their bodies, it still is such an incredible feat. I don't know that will ever even be close to it being duplicated. And that to me just continues to be a testament to what he's been able to do and sustain over this period of time.
I think a lot of people, I think that I can't rule out the possibility because there's always a pioneer.
Correct.
Emulators, imitators, they always follow. There's something, that's why history teaches us to be reluctant to just usurp somebody over another, over a predecessor, because if Dr. J and Connie Hawkins didn't do what they did, what would Michael Jordan have known to do? If Michael Jordan didn't do what he did, what would Kobe Bryant and Vince Carter would have known to do?
Right.
When you look at the great shooters, we talk about the 80s, people don't realize, remember Ricky Pierce? Remember, you remember Del Curry? Mm-hmm. You had some great shooters. Dale Ellis, for example. Downtown Freddie Brown for the Seattle Supersonics before they moved to Oklahoma City. The list goes on and on. Some of the great shooters. This is before Ray Allen, this is before Reggie Miller, this is before Allen Houston and all of this stuff. The great shooters. And of course, I brought up Del Curry because we know who the greatest shooter God has ever created. We know who the hell that is. That's Steph Curry. Would you have even thought to be that way, to develop that marksmanship, that skill, if it wasn't for what you had seen prior to your arrival? So, of course, you always marvel at that and say, okay, there was somebody before them. Here's where